Welcome to Must See Movies. I'm your host, Justin Miller. Our first review today is for the movie The Fighter. Let's take a look at the trailer.
This is my younger brother.
You gotta help me finish this.
Taught him everything he knows.
You don't want to see where this fight is headed? Turn it all over!
I'm still his trainer.
I have a fight next week. And after I win, I'm gonna start making good money so you can live with me more days, okay?
Good luck, Daddy.
Don't hold your breath, Casey.
Bye, baby.
You pave streets, right?
Yeah, I do. And I'm a fighter.
I heard you were a stepping stone.
Oh, I mean, I had a few tough fights, but the next fight's gonna show who I am.
Yeah, and he's gonna lose that one too. So move that sugar ass and give him a...
Don't disrespect her.
Mickey Ward is 31 years old. He's here because he needs the money.
Look at the size of that guy. He's got 20 pounds on me, Dickie.
You don't fight, nobody gets paid.
I'm quitting, Shelley. I'm done fighting. I don't need it anymore.
It's sad that you let them take it away from you.
I was embarrassed. I told everybody I was gonna win that fight and get back on track. I'm sick of being a disappointment.
Look, Mick, nobody's got heart like you. You're a very talented fighter. I want to give you a real shot. Make one last run at this thing before it's too late.
What about my brother? He's taught me everything I know. I can't do it without him.
With all due respect, he's too much trouble.
Dickie, get on the ground right now! He's a fighter! Break his hand!
Nick, I was doing it for you.
You did it for me? What,
Yeah.
this? Do me a favor, don't get nothing for me no more, okay?
You ready for a title shot? Not a stepping stone anymore.
He's using you.
You can't be me. You had a hard enough time being you, and that's why you're in here.
We're gonna train, they gotta go.
Why am I the problem? I'm his blood. I'm his family.
You're crazy.
I'm the one fighting. Not you, and not you. This is my shot at the title. I won't get another one after this.
Mickey has a chance to do something that I never did, and he needs me.
Okay, I'll see you in Mickey's corner.
This is your time. I had my time like blew it. You don't have to.
You're Mickey Ward. You're Mickey Ward.
Reviewing our first film with me today is Annie from LaSalle College. So, what would you say was your favorite part in this entire movie and why?
I think my favorite part is when he first gets in this first fight after coming back and he loses and he doesn't want to go back because he's really embarrassed because he hyped it up and his family hyped it up and he ended up losing, so he didn't want to put himself out there again, but his girlfriend eventually ended up pushing him back into it, and she was the one who pushed him to go further so he could try it again.
Do you think that Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg worked well together, and why or why not?
Yeah, I really like Christian Bale in all of his movies, and I really like Mark Wahlberg, and I think their chemistry in this movie worked out really well, and the love between the brothers, and even though they have their differences and their families puts a strain on their relationship, that they eventually come back together and they love each other.
So this is a true story, and it's also one that's pretty local to our area as well, too.
Mm-hmm.
Does that give it more of an appeal to an audience from this area, and why or why not?
Yeah, I think it definitely gives an appeal for people around here because they know Lowell, some of them know the story, but now the whole country gets to see it, and I think people are around here kind of proud of that fact that the story comes from here and it's local and everybody loves a true story. I think that gives any movie some sort of appeal, so I think that definitely helps it.
What parts of the movie would you say that you were the most engaged with?
I think I was most engaged with the family aspect of it, and they worked out really well, and the characters worked really well in portraying the story. And I think that family sticks together even if they're not the nicest to each other is a really good theme.
So you would probably have to say that this movie doesn't just focus on boxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has other things involved with it.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't just it has boxing in it, and all the fights are definitely the main focus, but it deals with addiction and family and strains of the family and the buffer between the fighting and what the family thinks and the history behind the brothers, and because Dickie was also a fighter as well, and he was a little bit better than Mickey ended up being. So I think that that relationship and as well as the boxing makes for a good movie.
It sure does. So now we're going to take a look at the final scores for this first film of today's program. I gave it a 9 and you gave it a 10, Annie.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to go and watch The Fighter, and thank you very much for joining me on
Thank
Must
you.
See Movies. So we'll be right back with more Must See Movie reviews right after this break, so please don't go away. Animal cruelty is an unfortunate act that happens every day. Poor defenseless animals are abused and left alone in the streets to fend for themselves. The Animal Rescue League of Boston was founded in 1899 in order to help these innocent animals get out of these abusive homes and off the streets. The animals are rescued and given food and shelter. However, they are in need of loving and caring homes. These animals need someone to give them a happy environment where they can live a life without fear. They need someone to give them the unconditional love that they all deserve. The Rescue League has 3 shelters in Boston, Brewster, and Dedham that you can visit, where you'll see all of our furry friends. All animals deserve to be loved and given a safe home. If you cannot provide a home, but would still like to help, please donate today by calling 617-226-5690. Your donation can save an innocent pet's life. In Massachusetts and Rhode Island, approximately 500 children between the ages of 2 and 18 are diagnosed with a life-threatening medical condition every year. Make-A-Wish Massachusetts and Rhode Island grants wishes for children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy. For these children, a wish granted brings them a profound moment of joy. However, the power of wish extends far beyond this moment in time. It provides lasting hope needed to keep fighting, dreaming, and striving for the future. There are many ways to help grant wishes for children right here in our community, including donating, volunteering, giving airline miles, starting a fundraising campaign, or hosting an event. A wish gives a child the chance to be a child again. To donate or get involved with Make-A-Wish Massachusetts and Rhode Island, visit www.massri.wish.org. Are you looking for community service volunteer hours? Do you enjoy helping people in the world around you? Do you have any art supplies that are not being used anymore? Then the Color Pencil Project is the organization for you. Imagine being in a foreign country that does not have sufficient amount of art supplies for children. That's when the Color Pencil Project steps in and helps. What is the Color Pencil Project? They are a nonprofit organization that provides art supplies such as colored pencils and paper to kids to help them draw and to be creative. The Color Pencil Project was founded by Hannah Richards when she first distributed notebooks and pens to children in Southeast Asia. Since then, they have helped close to 10,000 children worldwide. For more information, or if you're interested in organizing an art supply drive, please contact us at info@thecolorpencilproject.org. Let's make this world a little more creative. Are you and your family looking for a place to go and have fun while getting exercise in? Well, look no further. The Western Suburban YMCA is the place for you. There are many sports programs and activities for both boys and girls of all age groups, such as basketball leagues, flat football leagues for ages 5 to 11, and lacrosse programs. There are also lots of activities for the adults as well. There are many different fitness programs available for adults, ranging from one-on-one personal training with our excellent training staff to group exercise programs. The final question is, how much will all of this cost you? For young adults from ages 19 to 29, there is a $52 monthly fee. A family of 4 can have a membership for $112 a month. That's only $28 per family member. The Western Suburban YMCA is a great choice for you and your family to go and have fun and get some great exercise. Feel free to call or visit if you have any questions regarding our programs or membership options. I'm Justin Miller, and you are watching Must See Movies. Our production staff reviews dozens of movies available now on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital download. Count on us to narrow down the list and save you time by bringing you only the best movie recommendations. In each episode, you will view the trailer and get the facts for 3 movies you won't want to miss. Check your local listings for our show schedule and be sure not to miss Must See Movies. Welcome back to Must See Movies. I'm your host, Justin Miller. Our second review today is for the movie Lone Survivor. Let's take a look at the trailer.
I'm Petty Officer Shane.
Can he say?
Can you say it?
Mr. Patton, please.
Come on.
Been around the world twice. Talked to everyone once. There ain't nothing I can't do. No sky too high, no sea too rough. Learned a lot of lessons in my life. Never shoot a large caliber man with a small caliber bullet. Anything in life worth doing is worth overdoing. Moderation's for cowards. I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I'm a UDT Navy SEAL diver.
Listen up. Red Wings a go. Bad guy. Senior Taliban commander.
Shaw killed 20 Marines last week. 20.
Going in with a 4-man team. Axelson, myself, Dietz, Marcus.
Davey, that's a lot more than 10 guys. That's an army.
This op is compromised.
This is Spartan 01. Radio check.
Danny, you radio working? The way I see it, we got two options. One, we let them go, roll the dice.
Second that they run down there, we got 200 on our backs.
Two, we terminate the compromise.
We cannot do that. I don't care. I care about you. I care about you. I care about you. Not killing kids, not feeling it.
This is not a vote. We're gonna cut them loose, and we're going home.
Roger that, sir. Roger. You see this? We're fixing to get into a pretty good gunfight.
There's a storm inside of us. A drive. You push yourself further than anyone could think possible.
You can die for your country, I'm gonna live for mine.
See? God's looking out for us.
We're good, right? We're solid.
You are never out of the fight.
My guest for our second review today is Shane from LaSalle College. So this movie has an awful lot of action in it. What do you think separates it from other war and action films?
I think that Lone Survivor separates itself from different action films such as Saving Private Ryan or Zero Dark 30, which are also critically acclaimed war films, is that they show the in-depth of the family aspect and the brotherhood that they do have with all the military men. And I think that really sets itself apart because it showed how much each of these men cared about each other and they would do anything to save each other.
So do you think that after people go and see this film that their view on the military will change at all, and why or why not?
Yes, I do believe so, because it just shows the kinds of things. This is just one story that was able to get out. I'm sure that there's thousands of stories of something similar like this, of men who weren't able to make it, and it just shows the bravery and the courage and the strength of these men, and it shows that we should appreciate them for all the things that they do for us.
So Lone Survivor did pretty well in the box office.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's essentially set a benchmark for how well these types of movies should do?
I think so. I think it has set a benchmark for what type of movie should be made in a war movie. And I understand that there's going to be enough there's going to be a lot of war movies that are just straight action and they don't show any of the human experience. And yeah, I think it did set a benchmark for future war movies.
So the main character in this movie, Marcus, has a pretty incredible story that kind of inspired the creation of this entire movie. Do you think that the movie should have gone into more detail about that story, and why or why not?
I don't think so. I think I've seen him do interviews. He seems like a pretty modest guy. He wanted it to be more about his fallen brothers than about himself, and he just wants them to be appreciated for what they did. And I'm sure he wasn't expecting it to become so popular.
Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the final scores for our second film under review today. I gave it a 9, and you also gave it a 9 too. And Lone Survivor is pretty incredible, so we definitely recommend you go and watch it. So thanks for joining me today, Shane.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll have one more must-see movie review right after this break, so please don't go away. Has there ever been a moment in your life that you've always dreamed of? For many women, their wedding day is one of the most important days of their entire lives. When 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year, they instantly think that dream is over. Brides Against Breast Cancer is an organization that helps these women see that breast cancer should not prevent them from having their dream wedding. The organization is proudly sponsored by the Center of Building Hope. It offers free information, programs, and services to cancer patients, caregivers, and family members, while also connecting them with other people who are undergoing a similar experience. Every year they have over 100 bridal shows that provide brides-to-be with an opportunity to find their dream gown with incredible savings, while also contributing to services that provide education, information, and an outreach to men, women, and children affected by cancer. For more information on how you can help, visit their website at www.brideabc.org. The Enjoy Life Leadership Academy is a summer camp for high school students to discover how living as a positive leader impacts the world. The academy takes place at Boston College for 1 week during July. 64 students will be accepted. They'll work in groups of 8, participating in leadership-based workshops and activities. Everin Gundies, a professional educator and pioneer in the world of leadership education, directs this academy alongside 16 college students and former academy graduates. He founded the Leadership Academy in 2011 and has brought it to 3 different countries since. The orange bracelet is a symbol of membership to the Enjoy Life Club. It represents a healthy lifestyle and positive attitude. Please go to their website today to register for the summer. Learn how to enjoy life with this life-changing experience. The Food for Free charity bridges the gap between waste and want. Founded in 1981, their long-term mission has been to rescue fresh food that may go to waste otherwise and send it to those in need. Food for Free gives over 80 food programs around Massachusetts access to fresh fruits and vegetables every year. In addition, they also deliver their food directly to senior citizens and people with disabilities. Their main goal is to address short-term hunger, but it doesn't stop there. They also focus on obesity, diet-related diseases, and other health effects. Visit foodforfree.org to find out how you can make a donation. Again, that's foodforfree.org. Remember, waste not, want not. Sometimes I wish I were a professional wrestler, putting people in headlocks and doing backflips in the air. Other times, I really wish I just had a ball that I could play with. And other times, I wish that a simple rose could make me happy. We all know that wishing isn't really that easy, but the Make-A-Wish Foundation works tirelessly to prove that wrong. The Make-A-Wish Foundation was founded in 1980 with the sole purpose of granting the wishes of terminally ill children in order to raise their spirits and spread joy. This nonprofit organization, on average, grants the wish of a child every 38 minutes in the U.S. And just last November, worked with the city of San Francisco to turn their entire city into Gotham to meet the wish of 5-year-old cancer patient Miles Scott, aka Bat Kid. For more information on the Make-A-Wish Foundation, making a donation, or referring a child for a wish, please visit www.wish.org or contact your local chapter. You're watching Must See Movies. I'm your host, Justin Miller. Our third review today is for the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. Let's first watch the trailer.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is that your car on the lot?
Yeah.
It's a Jag?
Yeah.
How much money you make?
I don't know, 72,000 last month.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you. Hey, listen, I quit. Yeah, I'm going into stocks.
My name is Jordan Belfort. At the tender age of 22, I headed to the only place that befit my high-minded ambitions.
Name of the game? Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
But if you can make a client's money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
No.
I started my own firm out of an abandoned auto body shop. We will be targeting the wealthiest 1% of Americans.
I love three things. I love my country, I love Jesus Christ, and I love making people rich. Hello?
But I needed to mold them in my own image. With this script, I'm gonna teach each and every one of you to be the best.
This is the greatest company in the world!
I was becoming a legend.
Aren't you married?
Yeah, but married people can't have friends.
We're not gonna be friends.
I was making so much money, I didn't know what to do with it.
$26,000 for one dinner!
Dad, we're not poor anymore.
Tell them about the sides.
What
are these sides? They cure cancer?
The sides did cure cancer. That's the problem. They were there. That's why they were expensive.
22 million in 3 hours!
The real question is this, was all this legal? Absolutely not.
Hang you up from the heavens.
He's got pictures of your whole inner circle. This is bad.
It's okay.
Rub my temple.
You're all right.
This right here is the land of opportunity.
You just tried to bribe a federal officer.
This is America. This is my home.
Good for you, little man.
Me, the little man. The show goes on. They're gonna need to send in the National Guard to take me out, because I ain't going nowhere!
We don't work for you, man.
You have my money taped to your boobs. Technically, you do work for me.
Reviewing our third film with me today is Cristobal from LaSalle College. So this was a pretty awesome movie, and it had a lot of standout performances in it. What were some of your favorites and why?
Well, aside from Leonardo DiCaprio, who's like the star of this movie, I'd have to say Jonah Hill and Matthew McConaughey. Jonah Hill lately has been doing like this thing where he's been going into serious roles, and this is a Scorsese film, but like unlike other Scorsese films, it's kind of less serious. So he kind of got to like bring in like best of like both worlds, where he got to bring in all this humor that he has a lot of experience in doing comedies beforehand, and bring in some of the serious stuff that he's recently been doing too. And then Matthew McConaughey, in the trailer, he's a lot more prominent than he would be in the movie, which was kind of disappointing the first time I saw the movie. But his performance is great. He takes the role as the person who inspires Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and so he kind of sets it all up, I guess.
How would you compare this film to others that are just like it?
Well, if I'm comparing it to like Scorsese films, it's pretty different. Scorsese films usually are a lot grittier, dark, a lot more serious. While this does have dark tones to it, it's a lot less serious. I thought it was going to be a lot more serious just because it was Scorsese, but it almost reads off as a comedy more than it does a drama.
Do you think that it gives an accurate description of the stock market industry, and why or why not?
Yes and no. The movie takes place in the 80s, so I feel like back then it was like stock frauds and stuff like that were a lot less prominent and a lot less known about by like the general public. So it was a lot easier to get away with stuff like that. But now we have like all these like Bernie Madoff schemes and all that stuff. It'd be hard to get away with it now. And just the amounts of money this guy was making, there's no way we wouldn't find out about it.
And are there any particular scenes in the movie that you really like, and elaborate on them?
Definitely. Well, like the character that Leo plays is a drug-addicted character. He takes drugs just to cure the withdrawals of other drugs. And there's one scene where he has to drive home while he had just abused Quaaludes, which is a very potent drug, and he has to drive himself back home. And they show him driving home, and he gets home no problem. But then the next day, they show his car, and it's completely wrecked in the driveway.
Oh.
And then it goes back to a flashback of how he actually made it home, which was a complete disaster.
And very interesting. So now we're going to take a look at the final scores for today. I gave it a 10, and you gave it a 9.
Mm-hmm.
You gave it a 9.
Yep.
So thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
That's been all for this edition of Must See Movies. Thank you so much. We'll see you back here next time. Boston Children's Hospital is dedicated to pediatric health care, with nearly 400 hospital beds to care for kids. Our relaxed atmosphere takes their minds off of any unfortunate circumstances. Playing games and having special guests come to the hospital are regular activities you'll see us doing. We even provide these children with stuffed animals and toys to comfort them when they're lonely or sad. Boston Children's Hospital offers a complete range of healthcare services for children, from birth right up through age 21. We use state-of-the-art equipment and trained professionals to make sure that all of their needs are satisfied. We also have approximately 25,000 inpatient admissions and schedule over 500,000 visits annually. Every dollar counts for these children and goes to support anything from candy to full cancer treatments. Log on to www.childrenshospital.org now to donate and to find out more information. Are you willing to rock a new hairstyle while also helping out a child in need? Locks of Love is a non-profit organization that provides hair pieces to financially disadvantaged children in the United States and Canada. These hair pieces are for children 21 and under and are provided to help restore their self-esteem and confidence. Locks of Love creates wigs that properly fit children. To keep the hairpiece in place, a suction technique is used to keep comfort in mind. Once a wig is put on, you can cut and style it just like you would with real hair. Children can also go swimming, do gymnastics, or any other activities without a fear of their wig coming off. In order to make a child's wig, 6 to 10 ponytails of 8 inches or longer are used. Hair shorter than 8 inches is sold to offset the price of making the wig. Most gray or lightly dyed hair is accepted, but please no bleached or striped hair. So help out today and donate your hair to a child in need. Did you know that over 8.6 million pets are being euthanized every year because we simply do not have the space to house them? In the South, puppies are thrown in dumpsters, drowned, or left in a box in the woods to die. These dogs need your help. Save a Dog is a humane society that focuses on rescuing and rehoming dogs abandoned by their owners. Family operated since 1999, Save a Dog works throughout Massachusetts and other states in a quest to save these helpless dogs. Their primary mission is to save as many dogs as possible. They've created a network of foster homes and shelters in order to save the dogs and get them out of overpopulated areas. So far, they have rescued and adopted over 4,300 dogs. Save a Dog also works in educating people to adopt rather than buy. With so many dogs waiting for a family to love them, the time to adopt is now. Visit our website at www.saveadog.org to donate today. At Minutes for Memories, we realize that it only takes a few minutes to create memories that will last a lifetime. Our mission involves memories that have the potential to lift people up when they need it the most. Founded in 2011, it provides a helping hand with those who need assistance, a smile, or just a friend to help them go through these tough times. Minutes for Memories create priceless memories for children between the ages of 5 to 25 who have sustained a long-term injury. The goal is to show that these injuries that they have do not restrict them, but instead inspire them to have a full life like everyone else. It can be anything like going to a Red Sox or Bruins game, or going to a theater to watch the latest play. Minutes for Memories want children to see the bright side of everything. Visit minutesformemories.org for more information.